Villain introductions can sometimes be the most memorable and hype segments of a story. It introduces the main forces that our main characters are going to go against, and if done right, can be the most iconic instances of a show. But before you go further into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's reach 100 subscribers, and without further ado, let's get back into it. Villain introductions provide a benefit for the audience by giving us a great characterization and making us anticipate for when they encounter the main characters. Authors make decisions of introducing their villains in different ways. It might be through a plot twist where an ally is now an enemy, or individually focusing on them, or introduce them as a group. For me, I prefer the group introduction because it shows us how the villains play off of each other and reveal to us multiple facets to their character. In Demon Slayer, when the upper first, second and third moon met, you can make assumptions to what type of person they are just based on their interactions. Third upper moon Akaza is brash and violent. We see that as he is easily ticked off by the upper second demon, Doma. Doma is an unsettling and disturbing one, as he gleefully talks about dismembering women's bodies, and the way he brushes off upper third disrespect and makes nothing of it makes you understand he's not threatened by him, and his power level is probably exceptionally higher than upper third's Akaza. The upper first sits alone listening to the banters of the rest, not participating, showing us in a way that he's in a league of his own. He tries to establish order among his peers, revealing to us his leadership quality, a trait worthy of being number one. Introducing villains like this as a group is one of the most hype and exciting ways they can be introduced. The back and forth interactions that we get from them is also very efficient in informing us what the villains are all about. The other important function of villain introductions I'd like to mention is that they help expand the world of their respective stories. Take One Piece as an example. One Piece is a very long story that has multiple instances of villain introductions that help expand its world, and the one that helped expand the world of One Piece the most is the introduction of the 7 warlords and the main world government players, such as Sengoku and the Gorosei back in the Jaya arc. You've got Doflamingo, Kuma and Hawkeye making an appearance, Doflamingo's twisted nature being unveiled as he toys with a marine, Kuma sitting quietly with his cold unchanging gaze, and also Lafitte, one of Blackbeard's pirate crew, who intrigues us about the Blackbeard pirates that are shrouded in mystery and to this day remain the same. Furthermore, showing us that there are different factions at play in this world, making it feel more alive. But one type of villain introduction that I find very fascinating is a casual villain introduction. We don't often see this type of villain introduction, and that's for a good reason. It risks killing the hype that naturally comes with introducing a villain, but if done right, can be better than your generic hype villain introductions. And 2 anime comes to mind that has done this casual villain introduction right: Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. Let me start with Demon Slayer. In season 1 of Demon Slayer, where Tanjiro out of the blue catches the scent of the final boss Muzan and approaches him, it creates a problem right from the outset, because Tanjiro at this point in the story is way weaker than Muzan, and this is the result of Muzan being introduced casually. So we're having our main character face the final boss this early in the story, and this being a battle shonen, we expect some action is about to go down. We can't have the main character Tanjiro, whose story revolves around, die this early, and Tanjiro can't defeat Muzan because him doing so will make no sense and it's bad writing. So how do we get out of this dilemma? Well, it was through the implementation of some clever writing. As Tanjiro approached Muzan, Muzan was with presumably his wife and kid, who he uses to blend himself in society. Tanjiro, seeing the kid and wife is thrown off, and Muzan uses uses this instance to cause mayhem and disappear. This type of villain introduction could easily end up being a train wreck, but if handled in a manner such as this moment in Demon Slayer, it can end up being a moment that enhances the tension and excitement of the story, because you don't know when the next unpredictable moment will occur, and the story has proven it will have unpredictable moments, making you want to watch or read more. In Attack on Titan, the casual villain introduction is when we got Reiner revealing he and Bearlord were the armored and colossal titan in the second season of Attack on Titan, but in this instance, unlike Demon Slayer where the fight happening would require a Deus Ex Machina that would ruin the flow of the story, Attack on Titan has none of this holding it back, and we get the iconic mixed martial arts style battle between Eren and Reiner. Casual villain introduction like this utilizes plot twist and can be an amazing way to set up an unforeseen fight between characters, but the thing about introducing villains through a plot twist is that it could fall short easily if it doesn't have enough foreshadowing to back it up, and I see many isekai anime to be a victim of this problem because most isekai adaptations don't fully adapt the source material and cut a lot of content as a result, and there's no other good example of this scenario than in the anime The Eminence in Shadow, and that is the reveal of Gaunt Knight as Lutherian, Sherry's adoptive father. In the Midgar Academy terrorist attack arc, Lutherian had no business being the Gaunt Knight because there was no any seeds planted to indicate that, and this just goes to show you that planting seeds here and there and dropping subtle hints is a must in order to introduce a villain through a plot twist. The most common type of villain introduction is the individual villain introduction, where all the focus and attention is put on them, and this type of introduction usually emphasizes a single trait of the villains, usually their strength, so as to make a strong impression on us, the audience, and make us excited for what's to come in the story. Take the moment Madara first appeared in Naruto, him decimating an entire army alone, or the time Kaido in One Piece got introduced, him jumping from a sky island and being unfazed. These types of introduction are the most common and are common for a reason. It's a surefire way to create hype and excitement, and sometimes it's not just how powerful they are but also a personality trait of theirs that comes with it, such as the time Aizen is revealed to be the mastermind behind all the chaos in the Soul Society arc. Not only was his strengths notable but also how cunning he was. Also in Hunter x Hunter, when Meruem tore open his mother's womb and killed one of his servants without batting an eye, it shows us that not only is he powerful but ruthless and cruel. Overall, villain introductions are one of my favorite moments in stories. What are your favorite villain introductions? Make sure to let me know in the comments down below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's reach 100 subscribers, and see you guys in the next one.